in one of the harshest deserts on Earth, a wildlife patrol received a cryptic alert. A motion-triggered camera picked up strange movements near a dried ravine. What they found was beyond belief. A cheetah, one of nature's fastest and most elusive predators. Lying helpless, completely entangled in a web of venomous snakes. This rescue would test every ounce of bravery, precision, and trust between humans and the wild. Early that morning, the sun had barely risen when 2 desert rangers arrived at the ravine. The cheetah was motionless, its breathing shallow, barely lifting its head as they approached. 5 large snakes were coiled tightly around its limbs, torso, and neck, likely drawn by its weakened state and body heat overnight. These were saw-scaled vipers, some of the most aggressive, venomous snakes in the region. Their venom causes excruciating pain, tissue damage, and can kill within hours. But removing them too quickly could provoke strikes, endangering both the cheetah and the rescuers. The rangers had to act fast, but carefully. The team called in reinforcements, including a reptile handler with over 20 years of experience. Their plan: distract the snakes with controlled movement, while sedating the cheetah enough to keep it calm. Time was running out. Every second increased the risk of venom circulation or internal damage. Wearing protective suits, the team approached slowly. One by one, the snakes were carefully unwrapped from the cheetah's body, using snake tongs, hooks, and gloves. Each removed snake was placed in a secure container. The cheetah flinched but didn't resist, as if it knew help had arrived. The last snake, coiled near the cheetah's throat, was the most difficult. But with steady hands, the handler slipped it free. With the cheetah free, medics checked for puncture wounds and signs of venom. There were 2 confirmed bites, one on the hind leg, another near the shoulder. They administered anti-venom, IV fluids, and painkillers immediately. The cheetah was then transported to a mobile field hospital just outside the reserve. The next 48 hours were critical. Would the antivenom work in time? Would internal bleeding or infection set in? Monitored around the clock, the cheetah was stabilized, rehydrated, and eventually began eating on its own again. After a full week of care, it stood for the first time, weak but alive. Once strong enough, the cheetah was tagged and released back into the wild. It returned briefly to look at the team before disappearing into the brush. What happened in this desert ravine wasn't just rare, it was nearly unthinkable. But because of swift action, compassion, and expertise, a life was saved. Nature can be brutal, but in moments like this, we see the power of humans working in harmony with the wild. If this story moved you, share it, and help raise awareness for wildlife protection across the globe. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more real rescues from the front lines of conservation, because every life in the wild matters.